Hey there, Perumal Jagan here. Happy to see you again. Today we are going to continue learning Sliver. So, in our previous video, I've shown how to set up a Sliver C2 framework. It was quite simple. In fact, it was a one-liner to that all it takes. And we have seen the architecture of Sliver, the client and server architecture that it follows. Then I think that's what we did. Today, we're going to explore Sliver further. So since I am a beginner, I haven't explored it before. I guess it's going to be an interesting one to learn. Without further ado, let's get started. Now you are seeing the Sliver GitHub page. So this is an open source C2 framework. So you can see its whole source code here. It's written in Golang, and you can see the author. It's from Bishop Fox. Okay. Moving on, I'm just scrolling down. So it's available to everyone, open source. You're allowed to copy and modify its source code, and that's the meaning of it, right? And here is the Linux one-liner that you need to know. Then, if you are a beginner, want to learn Sliver from the scratch, maybe this is the perfect spot. Uh, Getting to the Sliver C2 documentation. There are plenty of tutorials available here, and you can see from getting started to beacons versus sessions, C2 profiles configuration, HTTP payload staging, pivoting, scripting. Well, there are plenty. Then I think here you can see the detailed topics. Okay, now we're gonna do this hands-on. We're gonna explore Sliver on our own. So let's do this. I've already installed the Sliver on my machine. So the first thing is there are two components, Sliver server and the Sliver client. I did install Sliver through this one-liner. So what happens? This one-liner is actually uh, runs the Sliver server as a service. Okay, so now we need to start a service. Systemctl start Sliver. So this is the command that you need to use to start this Sliver server. Now, when I check the status, I could see it's active and it's running. So this is what essential one. Then it's quite simple. You need to use Sliver. Just one command to start your Sliver client. What it does, it's connecting your Sliver server over this 31337 port. This is actually the local Sliver port. Okay. Now you are seeing the Sliver screen. Just as a beginner, you have no idea. So here is the helpline. Type help. So if it is a valid command, you will just see it's going to highlight in the green when you finish the command. Okay. Now I have this. So let me go through this one. So here you can see some generic commands. There are aliases available. So if you feel a difficulty in remembering the commands, then you can use aliases. Armory, I'm going to explain it soon. Certificates, clean, crack, creds, exit, extensions, licenses, operator settings. So these are all the generic commands to add, remove, manage operators, updating the Sliver version details, checking the version details. So this is just a generic commands. Then when it comes to networking, you can see the C2 profiles command to display the C2 profiles details and DNS, HTTP. So these are all a list of commands used to start your various listeners. Then MTLS to start I think multi-TLS, I guess. SOC5 is actually the in-band SOC5 proxy stage listener. Host a static content used with HTTP C2. Okay. Then when it comes to payload, you can use these commands to generate, regenerate, and list the profiles. Build the external bidders. I'm not positive what it is, but let's learn this. Then in Sliver, if you see, there are beacons, hosts, info, loot, monitor. I think loot is something that you grab from your victim's machine. So that's the term denotes. What else? I guess that's it given here, but trust me, it has a lot of useful features. Okay, what else? I mean, what I can start. The first thing I'm gonna start is um, come on, let's do an interesting stuff. Okay, first of all, the first command is update. So what it does, there is an update. New version is available. So if I choose yes, it's gonna update for me. But what happens here? Uh, Invalid memory access, nil pointer reference. Please wait. Segment violation. Mm, I think I should start it as a server. Since I don't have a sudo privilege, it is not allowing me to update this. But not a problem. I'm not going to update. But this is the command to update the Sliver, just for your knowledge. Then the next one is Armory. Armory info. Armory is actually a concept of installing custom tools over Sliver. So let's see Sliver Armory. Come on, where it is? Yes. So here is the link. And when I go to the JSON folder, JSON file, and I could see its content, uh, it starts with KRB relay up used for Kerberos relaying. So it is possible to conduct a full scale attack on any network by using Sliver because it comes up with extensive toolset, and that extensive toolset is called Armory. You can see the side scroll bar. The list is huge. Look at this one. It has seed belt. Seed belt is actually used to collect the information from a Windows system. Rubius to conduct the AD attacks. Sharp map exec, uh, sharp map exec, sharp seg dump, no partial, sharp up, sharp assist. I haven't used many of these tools, but these tools are part of sharp collections. Okay, uh, when you are when you use this, I mean, you might have used these tools as a standalone tool while you are assessment, but Sliver is actually have these tools in its armory. And here is Sharp DPAPI. DPAPI stands for Data Protection API, and Sharp DPAPI is a tool to uncover the secrets hidden by DPAPI. So it's a separate topic altogether. So I'm gonna explain. Maybe let's see the DPAPI topic on a separate stream. Okay, I got a couple of blocks, so I need to read through those blocks to explain you this DPAPI because I keep forgetting the concept, that the precise stuff. So there are some intricate things in that, so I just want to understand them. SQL recon, labs, sharp view, sharp RDP. uh, Gosh, there are plenty of things. ADCS enumeration. So there are a lot of things to explore. Who am I? A simple who am I tool I've seen here. Task list. So these are all the tools that you can witness. So here is the Armory. By default, Armory actually comes up with no tools installed, but you can install the tool that you if you want. So let's see. Armory, when you just click tab after hitting Armory, it's going to display the list of subcommands. Armory, if you want to install a particular tool, you can just do this here. Disable, enable, info, reset, Armory, refresh. So yes, so these are all the things that you need to know in about Armory. What about -H? Yes, -H is actually works. You can also update a particular extension that you installed using Armory. So this is one thing that I want to show you. Then what else? Moving on. Armory. Yes. What if I click just Armory and enter? I guess it's going to list down all the tools available in Armory when I just hit Armory. Let's see. It's going to take some time because it's actually passing a big list. So it's obvious that it's going to take its time. And look at this. You can see the list of tools and also its purpose. when it comes to Kerberos, I think there are plenty of tools related to Kerberos. I think these are all the tool names. Yes. So these are all the tool names, and it's actually uh, a concept that the tools related to. To execute .NET, you can see plenty of tools available, and WinRM is available. Yeah, and here comes the separate tool names and its definition. So it's a huge tool set. So we're going to learn um, these tools. Okay. So during our assessment, I'm planning to use Sliver henceforth. I guess this is all about Armory. Now the important thing is generating a payload, generating an implant, they call. In Sliver, the payload is called implant. It's a binary file. So we're going to create a binary file from Sliver and pass it to our victim machine somehow. And we execute the binary on our victim machine. So when it executes, it's going to give a session to my C2 server. Okay. And there are two stuffs here. One is called session and another one is called beacon. Session is actually a stable, constant access between your victim machine and your C2 server. And beacon is something uh, it's not gonna uh, it's not gonna be connecting you forever. Instead, it's gonna connect intermittently after in certain interval. Hope you understand. So, for example, let's say 5 minutes, it's gonna connect. I mean, uh, as a C2, I'm gonna send a command to my victim, to my implant. So it receives the command and it takes some time, executes the command, and sends the result in a certain interval, and it can be configured at which interval you need these things to happen. So this is the concept of beaconing. The beaconing is nothing but when a victim device try to reach a C2 server, that's called beaconing in C2 terms. Okay, it's applicable to every C2. Then so that's the concept of beaconing, and a beacon can be upgraded to session, and that's an interesting part. During your teaming assessments, so it is not advised to use sessions. Instead, it is advised to use beacons because beacons are more stealthy. You can camouflage, you can dodge the security systems uh, with the help of beacons. So instead of session, it's preferred to use beacons because it is not going to connect your C2 continuously. Instead, it's actually periodical. So that's the concept here. Then what else? Maybe anything else that I need to explain here? Okay, first of all, let's try to install tool using Armory. Armory install. How about installing seatbelt? Now on this machine, it's going to install a tool called seatbelt. Okay, so it's taking some time. So once it installs, we will confirm the tools installed. There are no package called seatbelt is found. Let's see. What is the command to install seatbelt? Seatbelt. Yes. So this is what it is. Hmm. Armory install seatbelt, right? Yeah, but it says no package or bundle name seatbelt was found. I'm using a proper command, but it is not working somehow. Uh, I guess maybe I should be running it. I should run a server, I guess. Yeah, I need to run it with sudo. Let's see. How about running it with sudo? Now I'm running it with sudo armory install seatbelt. I install it. It still takes time. and now yes, it's done. So it was actually the privilege that was causing the problem. Okay, now I have installed Armory. I've installed seatbelt, and this seatbelt tool can then be used. Come on, how to use it? Extensions. No extensions installed, but how to list the installed tools? Okay, now I'm just going to explain the next stuff. So we have installed this. Uh, can I see extensions? Use Armory command to automatically install some. No extensions installed. I already installed seatbelt. Maybe I need to restart this. Let's see. Not positive. Um, extensions. No extensions installed in this. Okay, weird. Um, Seatbelt. Let me try it here. Okay, I think, oh gosh, what I'm doing. Okay, first of all, I need to establish a session. From within the session only I'll be able to access them. Yeah. But however, if I use the command extensions, I should be able to see it. Or it is just extension. No, it is extensions. Hyphen help. Uh, Install extension from local directory. Okay, I guess we move on. Mm, okay, now let's see how to generate an implant. As I said, an implant can be generated in two modes, a beacon mode and a session mode. First, let's see how to generate it in a beacon mode. Okay, so for that, the command is, let's say, first of all, generate. Uh, there are few commands: beacon, manage implant traffic encoders info. So I'm going with beacon. Okay, if I just click generate beacon and enter, it's asking for the operating system to pick. I can choose whichever the operating system I want. So I'm picking Windows, then moving to the next architecture. So it's asking for the architecture, and here I can simply pick whichever the architecture I want. I pick AMD64, that's my machine. And is it going to be a shared library, shell code, or a simple executable? Well, I'm going to make it executable. And the transport that I want to use is, okay, I need to give the implant name first. Maybe what I can give, um, bullet. How about this? So here is my implant name. So it's going to be bullet. Let's see. C2 transport, TLS. Okay, I enter this. Moving to the next one, C2 transport. Is it going to be TLS, HTTP, DNS named by for TCP pivot? Which type of C2 transport it's going to be? So I need to decide this. Then I can simply start its respective listener on my C2. Then, yes. How about, let me check the difference between TCP pivot and MTLS. I don't know about WireGuard as well, but HTTP I'm positive, DNS I'm positive, named pipe is I'm positive. But let's see this one. I'm just referring my notes to understand TCP pivot and WireGuard and MTLS. Let's see. Generating a beacon. MTLS HTTP named pipe TCP pivots. Okay. Instead doing all these steps, you can simply just give a one-liner to generate a beacon. But let me show this. One of the main disadvantages of skipping symbol beacon will easily detectable in Sliver due to import being present in the platext. Okay, listeners is fine. I'm gonna access this Sliver documentation to see the difference between uh, TCP pivot and MTLS. Come on. HTTP C2, DNS C2, custom files, daemon mode, debugging. Mm. So we are actually doing uh, payload generation, an implant generation in Sliver. I think I should search here. Yeah. How about TCP pivot? Okay. I have not apply TLS are used. Um, DNS C2 configuration files, stages. Okay. So here's the explanation for TCP pivots. Are implemented in pure Go and support on all platforms. Pivot TCP. I guess it simply uses a TCP protocol, like our simple Netcat listener. In Netcat listener, we typically use a simple uh, port listening on a TCP port listening. Then my target is going to connect to that port, right? So I guess it's like that. Generate TCP pivot. Yes, that's what it is. Named by pivots, I'll tell you what it is, but it is not the time for this. Uh, First, let's start with the simple one. Uh, yes, TCP pivot is the one I want, and the C2 connection string. For example, I should be giving like this. For that, I need an IP detail of my machine, and my machine is actually running on this IP 192.168.0.159. 192.168.0.159, and the port detail is 9001, let's say. And save path optional. uh, I think it's better to just save it on the current path. Beacon interval days optional. I guess I'm gonna fix it 30 seconds. Jitter is actually a delay. If you see, jitter is a delay. Let's learn what is jitter. Yes. Upon initial execution, beacon itself registers C2 beacon. Okay, let me check what is jitter. Set up the jitter time of callback from implant. Okay, I'm not setting jitter. By default, it is 30 seconds, but maybe yes. Now I gave all the details that I want. Now it simply compiles and generates a binary for me. We can simply pass this binary to our target machine to get it. Let's see. It's taking its time. It's going to generate the payload at the end. Uh, let's see. Am I seeing any files here? Let's wait. So it's a beacon implant. It generates. Then, yeah, and you can see it was generated. The binary name is bullet.exe. It's generated in the current path itself, and it's owned by root since I'm running Sliver as root. Okay, I'm just changing the ownership to myself. Okay, fine. Now it got changed. So this is the binary, and if I just execute file against it, and it is a clear Windows executable. Now we can simply start executing this on our victim machine. I already have uh, a Windows 11 machine. So let me get into this machine to just place this binary and execute. So once executed, we should be getting the beacon. Let's wait. I'm starting the Windows 11 VM. My Sliver VM is reachable from this. Now all I need to do is to supply this bullet.exe from this VM. So I'm using simple Python server to serve this. And here I have curl already 192.168.0.159 on port 8000. The binary name is bullet.exe, and it's gonna output as bullet.exe. Come on. Yes. The size is huge. The binary size is huge. It's gonna take time, obviously. Let's wait and watch. Hello, access shell. I'm from India. I don't know what time it is, but greetings to you. I don't know the Brazil time now. I guess it's evening or night. It's evening, right? Okay, I think it got copied. Let's see. I have the Windows Defender running on this machine. Yeah, from India. I have a Windows Defender, and look at this. It immediately cached my binary. Let's see. Where is the notification? Let's see this. Let's open and see this. I think it removed. Look at this. Bullet.exe. The Windows Defender cached this binary. So our C2 implant is actually getting caught. I mean, getting caught, right? It actually caught by our Windows Defender. So this is where the concept of C2 evasion comes in. So while we are generating binary, so it's a simple thing. I'm not a simple thing. It's actually a complex thing, to be frank, to create a binary by keeping your defenders in mind. So I think now the bullet.exe, the implant is getting deleted. So all I need to do is to disable the Windows Defender, either to disable the Windows Defender or to make the binary in a way it bypasses the Defender. So I'm going to pick the first one just for the sake of doing this for the first, I mean, since we are doing it for the first time. But yes, uh, maybe we will in my next video, since I'm already recording, in the next video I'm planning to disable the defender on this VM. Then we launch this executable and get the beacon in our C2. Okay, so maybe that one we can do. I guess yes. Hope we have learned something. I explained you about Armory. Then we got time to hop over in this Sliver C2. Then we did generate a beacon payload simply. So yeah, I think that's it for this part. Maybe I'll explain more details in our upcoming part. I'll see you again in an interesting one. Till then, I'm signing off. Cheers, and I love you all. Don't forget to do the YouTube algorithms, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much.